Bridging the Gap. Nyomi Banks, the goddess. Tune in. Hey, yo, Black, where we at? Elements. Got a problem? What's the issue? Ask Nyomi for advice, she will bless you. Is it sex, love, or relationships? If your spirits are down, you can get a daily uplift. Just listen every word that she speaks. Setting trends with hashtags for every day of the week. Hashtag motivational Mondays, testimonial Tuesdays. I've been listening for the last 2 days. Wet Willie or Wisdom Wednesdays. Either way, the conversation gon' be lengthy. It's not hearsay. This is her way. You know she'll keep you thirst trapping on a Thursday. 4 days down, I'll talk about the number 5 day. Never coy, she always keeps it freaky on Fridays. Spiritual on Saturdays with sessions in the morning. Still uplifting and inspiring you all in. Being the goddess that she is, she keeps you all in. Formed on soul searching Sundays, just call in. If you misinformed, come get the facts. Fortunate for you, she's looking to bridge the gap. Yes, she was a porn star, but she's more than that. She's a certified specialist teaching us how to act. By the end of the show, we'll agree to disagree, but be good to each other and ourselves and keep it sexy. Yeah. Tune in every week to Ask Nyomi. Bridging the Gap with Nyomi Banks and Dog Pound Mike. Don't miss it. Tune in.
All right. It's your girl, the goddess, Nyomi Banks, and welcome to another episode of Ask Nyomi, Bridging the Gap podcast. This is where we talk about love, sex, relationship, cultural differences, and so much more while bridging the gap between them all and teaching the world on sex, language, attitude, and spiritual uplifting. Hey, what's up? Can I say happy belated Valentine's Day? Can I say happy belated Valentine's Day? All right, today is Thursday. As you guys know, it is February 16th, and we have a very, very sexy guest that's coming on today. I finally got a chance to meet her during AVN weekend. I know the first time that I heard of her was from my big bro. He had shot her about a year or so ago. He had told me about her. And he had showed me a picture. I said, oh, she a cutie. She a little chocolate siren, chocolate cutie. So I just pinned her this week, the chocolate siren, because I've been hearing so many good things about her work. And she a boss queen too. She's a boss queen. I call them boss queen, boss goddesses, you know, in this industry. But I'm gonna tell you about her in a little bit. But I want to holler at my boy. What's going on, Dog Pound Mike?
Yeah, you got it. What's up, Naomi?
What? Nothing, but let me tell you something. So my eyelash been getting in my business.
Wow, in your business.
Yeah, my eyelash been getting in my business. And even though I like put my hair over here so I could kind of cover it just a little bit, but still it is really irking me. It's truly irking me. But we're gonna ignore it today. It's gonna be one of those nights. It's gonna be one of the nights. Well, as well as we have our guest, Miss Lyric Sky, that's gonna be coming on tonight. We have our social connection. And we have our social connection. And we actually have a Ask Nyomi letter. Well, actually it's like not a confession or when I read it, you will know what it is. When I read it, you know what it is.
Wait till we get there.
Right, wait till we get there. I want to say what's going on to all of my BTG crew. I see all of y'all over there in the place. Let me know where you coming from. New York. I see some New York folks in there. Florida people. Let me know where you coming from right here. Now, look, y'all, we got some folks that's coming to visit us today. She's a sexy girl. So I want y'all to be on y'all best behavior. And a little later on in the show, we're going to open it up so you guys can come on in and ask us some questions. So you do her right like y'all did with Miss Marie Love. And if you guys have not listened to the last episode, part 1 of the Marie Love interview, that's a great interview. You guys need to go check it out. You get streaming right now on all platforms, iHeartRadio, Spotify, Spreaker. You know what it is. It's all over there. All right, so this is what we're going to do. We're going to take a quick break, and then we're going to come back. All right, it's your girl, the goddess, Nyomi Banks, here on Ask Nyomi, Bridging the Gap podcast.
Hey, my sexy people, it's your girl, the goddess, Nyomi Banks. And I finally did it. I've written my first book. Well, actually, it's a living journal. It's called Good Morning, My Sexy People, where I share my stories in different posts, but help a healing workbook for you. So it's 90 days to kick off your healing living journey. Pre-purchase now. Go to AskNyomi.com and hit shop. Listen.
Hey, we here at Ask Nyomi Bridging the Gap podcast. We'd like to thank you for coming out to our Ask Nyomi tour kickoff in Las Vegas,
Sexual
Nevada.
pilgrim, right? They're all coming into the industry, you know, they all, you know, they're tatted from head to toe. They're tatted from head to toe. And she just is like, you know, just as cool as that. You know what I mean? And you see young girls, older girls, young.
And if you want the Ask Nyomi tour to come to your city, email us at info@asknyomi.com. All right, it's your girl, the goddess Nami Banks here on Ask Nyomi Bridging the Gap podcast. Where again, we're talking about love, sex, relationship, culture differences, and so much more. But tonight, we actually have a very special guest that's coming on in a few. Miss Lyric Sky. She is an award-winning sex activist as well as a performer. But we'll get to it in a minute. But you know, y'all just saw my ad, right? With the Ask Nyomi, the Good Morning, My Sexy People, right? Well, I only got a few books left for the pre-orders where I would do a custom. So I didn't have the book last week, but I got it today. I don't know if y'all can see it right here. So this is a journal, a living journal. Will just help you to get through the next 90 days to help kick off, you know, your healing process. Mm-hmm. This is something that I've been going through for the past few years, and I've been sharing a few things with all of you on my social media platform. So I said, what better way to do it is to put it in a book, and, you know, maybe help y'all to get some healing going on in your life. So you can go to AskNyomi.com, shop, and it's right there. And I will personally autograph and ship it to you as well. And also, guys, like, look, we are celebrating our 1-year anniversary, kicking it off in March. March, we have a packed full schedule. We have interviews on every week. Every Thursday, we have a guest, an interview. And I'm talking about some folks that y'all ain't heard from in a long, long time. In a long, long time. I mean, we are rebranding, as I told y'all before, we're rebranding the Ask Nyomi Bridging the Gap. We moving it somewhere else. We moving it somewhere else. So you see this little pretty pink bar right here? It's gonna be here, but this is not what you're gonna be seeing. Not gonna see it. So we elevating. That's the new word for 2023 is elevating. To elevate.
Elevation.
You ready for this elevation?
Let's do it.
No, for real, you ready for this elevation?
I ain't got no choice.
Ready for this elevation? I want to see everybody say elevation. I want everybody to say elevation. So if you're watching on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, write it down there. Type it. I know y'all right here. Type it. It's like my voice is getting a little hoarse right now. Type it. Type it. Elevation. 2023 is about elevating. Elevation. Elevation. All right, so let's do this. So this morning when I got up this morning, I was looking through my messages on Instagram. Well, actually, I saw something that I was tagged in a story. And I went to go look at the story. And so this is a part of the social connection today. And so they actually had me beside another celebrity. And they had said, what porn star, you know, look like a celebrity or kind of, you know, a celebrity. You know, I've heard this a few times, but I didn't think it was enough for them to really put it out there. So who's a Hotspot? I think it's Hotspot Radio, Hotspot. Yeah, put it up there, Mike. All right, right here. So you guys been watching me today on social media and been seeing this right here through the story thing. Now, can y'all tell me, play it again. Can y'all let me know if, because she's gorgeous. Like Kenya Moore is phenomenal. She's gorgeous. But do y'all think I look like her? Look, and then I put on my my Kenya Moore hair today too, though. But seriously, can y'all see it?
Yeah, y'all both chocolate.
Right, I see that we both chocolate. It was so funny because I was going back and forth with Miss Charmaine today. And I said, you know what, let me tell you something. I've been told that I look like several different people. in my days. At one moment, I was told that I looked like SWV, Coco from SWV, or Taj from SWV. I was told that I looked like her favorite Vivica Fox. That was a nice little stage that I was going through. Then it was, what's her name? Garcielle Bereaves.
Yeah, from Jamie Show. Yeah.
Yeah, from the Jamie Show. What was her name? Fancy.
Yeah. Fancy.
I was told I look like Fancy, but the new one that I get a lot is Yandy from Love and Hip Hop. That's what I get a lot. Like I said, with Kenya Moore, only got it a few times. I didn't think it was enough for people to actually post it up and put it up like that. But I guess I am blessed to be in such great company with beautiful folks. And so what I told her, all of us chocolate women, dark-skinned women with big old eyes, we all look alike.
There you go. You cover it up too.
Right. All right. So, Dr. Mike, for Valentine's Day, what you think about Valentine's Day? How was your Valentine's Day?
Oh, you hear me over here choking. You talking about Valentine's Day. You hear me over here choking. Well, I went by the dog pound, and I passed out too many Valentines. I actually passing out Valentines to the wrong dogs.
So what that mean?
I was in straight dog pound mode. They put me in the dog house.
Say that bar. Go ahead and do that bar for me. Yes, put your chest in it when you say it.
But it wasn't fun being in the dog house.
Well, for me, I wasn't feeling well, and I guess you guys can kind of hear it a little bit right now. So I had to listen to my body because my body told me to shut it down. Like literally shut it down. It was because earlier that day I was feeling well. I did my morning prayer and meditation, did all of that. And I got up and I was doing some work. Doing some editing. And the doorbell rang. It was a doorbell rang. And I was getting up to go to the door. And all of a sudden, before I knew it, it was like my legs collapsed up under me. And then I felt like very dizzy, like I couldn't get up. Like literally, like I couldn't get up. And so I just laid there on the ground for a minute, like, what the hell is happening? And then I started getting a headache and then like chills. I was like, what is this? It was like something just came over. So it lasted like most of the day, but towards the end of the night, I was fine after that. I ain't gonna tell y'all what I took to help me, But it was so funny because another young lady, she was just checking on me. She said, I'm just checking on you. And I saw it the next morning, and she had sent me that message around the same time that my body kind of shut down on me. Like she was kind of, feeling me. You understand what I'm saying? Like, feeling it and feeling me there. Yeah. I was like, okay. All right. So we got some connections going on up in here.
Some connections.
Yeah, some connections. But that's all I did. And, also what I did, I kind of went back. I was watching a lot of my favorite movies, Minister Society and New Jack City. And I watched all of the, when I tell you that I was laid up, not doing anything, I was literally laid up. I had flowers and all of that. I couldn't do nothing. My head was hurt, but I was watching my old, movies, yes. And then I was remembering those soundtracks, like Minister Society was one of my favorite soundtracks. Even, New Jack City too. Yeah, New Jack City had it. But I know it's a whole lot, but that's why I was posting that night on Tuesday night, because I wasn't doing anything but laying in the bed and I couldn't do anything. My body was like, no, you're in the bed, chick. You're not going anywhere, baby. You're right here. You're not going anywhere. Nothing. Nada. At all. I know, right? All right, so we're going to take a quick break, then we're going to come back. We're going to, we're going to come right back. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to come right back. It's your girl, the Goddess Nyomi Banks here on Ask Nyomi, Bridging the Gap podcast.
Hey, my sexy people, this is your girl, the Goddess Nyomi Banks, and I just wanted to talk about something a little serious real quick. Right now in this world, sex trafficking is at an all-time high. And I want you ladies to be especially aware when you are out and pay attention to certain things. Now, there's a list of things right here that is going around social media, and I just wanted to pay special attention to it. and just share it with you. So as I always say, always keep it sexy, but always be safe. Hey, my sexy people, it's your girl, the goddess Nyomi Banks. And I finally did it. I've written my first book. Well, actually, it's a living journal. It's called Good Morning, My Sexy People. Where I share my stories in different posts, but help a healing workbook for you. So it's 90 days to kick off your healing living journey. Pre-purchase now. Go to AskNyomi.com and hit shop. Listen.
Lexa. Hey, Lexa. I want to play for so long. I need to tell you. I want to tell you. Unless you talking numbers, we ain't speaking about the right things. Switch up on my nigga for a figure, that's not like me. Baddie with a body in the lobby, she like nice things. She used to know me then, she like me now, that's funny timing. Eyes been on that prize, I cop that crib for that timepiece. I'm trying to see the globe and still out.
Hey, this is Dog Pound Mike from Ask Nyomi Bridging the Gap podcast. Come check us out every week. And remember, I'm no relationship expert. I just tell it like I hear it from the kennel. Get back at it.
Hey, we here at Ask Nyomi Bridging the Gap podcast. We'd like to thank you for coming out to our Ask Nyomi tour kickoff in Las Vegas, Nevada.
Naughty. I gave a lot of my energy to a lot of people. So one of my first assignments was to honor myself. And I honestly didn't know what that meant. I heard it in church. What does that mean?
And if you want the Ask Nyomi tour to come to your city, email us at info@asknyomi.com.
All right, it's your girl, the goddess Nyomi Banks here on Ask Nyomi Bridging the Gap podcast, where we talk about love, sex, relationship, culture differences, and so much more. All right, so this is what I want to do. We're having a little technical difficulties as we had last week. So let me do this. Let me go ahead and do this Ask Nyomi letter. I really want to do this. I wanted to do this a couple of weeks ago. This is one of my loyal fans from many, many years. He's been following me. And I was so happy that he shared this story with me. So kick it off, Dog Pound Mike, with the little intro, please. All right, so he says, Nyomi, I have a funny and weird story for you. So wifey and I are trying to have a baby. We have had 3 miscarriages in the last couple of years, 2 natural, and the last one was via IUI. Now that means that I had to give my sample, right? So I go to the clinic and I have some porn downloaded, and it's of course of my favorite porn star, Miss Nyomi Banks. Okay, so fast forward, and we are in Nigeria as I type, and I downloaded some new porn, but this time from some other newer adult stars. I was at the clinic and I could not give my sample. I was trying for about 20 minutes. It was super hot to the point that I was sweating profusely. I said to myself, okay, time to go to my trusted source. 5 minutes later, the sample was given after watching your fine self. I apologize for turning my back on you in my own hour of need. I should have known better. He said, I thought you might get a laugh out of this. It's 100% true, by the way. No bullshit, no BS, sorry. So if we have a baby this time, you have had some part in it. Wow. But you know what? For me, that makes me feel good. That lets me know that I've been doing my job. See, it ain't always bad. You know how people want to make like porn is such a bad thing. You know, that don't nobody learn from it, or they can't get any satisfaction. Or well, you can't get some satisfaction from it. Okay. But it's not. It's like something that is not a positive. Now, this is a positive story that I'm glad that it touched a couple that has been having a hard time with having a baby. And I'm just happy that I was able to be a part of that situation. And I ain't have to lay down with them and do nothing. I ain't do nothing. I just had to have my pretty self on the camera doing whatever I was doing over there. And they was able to use that. But I want to thank him for sharing that story with me. Mm-hmm. I really do. I really do. All right, so let me do this because I need to talk to my guest real fast. We're going to take a quick break. And then we're going to come right back.
me. It's like one, when I was doing the research on it, and actually when I did my class on this, I actually got a 96 out of this class. But I saw with licorice, and I love licorice. I really do. And that the vine is something that I thought that would be pretty cool, like wrapping the licorice around your mate's penis and eating it off or sucking it off or something like that. That's my number one food game with this. So, my number two.
All right, if you want to hear more of Nyomi's top tips, make sure you tune in every week, every Thursday at Ask Nyomi Bridging the Gap on podcast, YouTube Live, and every streaming network. Keep it sexy.
We became really good friends. And when I say really good friends, like she's been with me through my first marriage, through the birth of my kids. You know, she like been there with everything as well as I had. But we had a breakdown. We had a breakdown in communication, in all of those things. And let me tell you, the breakdown came down is that where she had found out that she was diagnosed with brain cancer. And I remember, and every time she would call me or I would call her, I would speak with her and have very ups and encouraging words. But this one year, my grandmother had passed out of the blue, and I no longer had any. And at that moment, I felt like, where are my encouraging words for me? And I'm just going to be honest. And I kind of like disconnected from her because I felt she was draining my energy. And I don't think she was. I think what it was is that at that time, we needed each other and did not know how to help each other in that need. It is Ask Nyomi letter time. This is where my viewers will write in to me and I will give them my advice. And I will open up for you listeners too, if you guys have any advice on this one. But this is a really good one. He said, I'm a big fan of your work and blog. I was wondering if it's possible to get out of the friend zone with someone you might be interested in. He said, keep up the good work. If you ever in New York after the pandemic is over, I would love the opportunity to meet you. And we just gonna say Jay from NYC. That's what we're gonna say.
If you got any love, sex, or relationship advice that you need, you can email us at info@asknyomi.com. Also, if you like this video, like, subscribe, share, comment, all of those good things. I want you to keep it sexy.
Ask Nyomi, Bridging the Gap. This is where we talk about love, sex, relationships, cultural differences, and so much more. All right, it's your girl, the goddess, Nami Banks, and welcome back to Ask Nyomi, Bridging the Gap podcast, where we talk about everything from love, sex, relationships, cultural differences, and so much more. We back. What's going on, Dog Pound Mike?
Yeah, you got it.
All right, so we had a little difficulties, just a little bit. The link wasn't right. So let me do this. Let me give her honors. A young lady that I was privileged to meet about a month ago at ABN, but I've heard some things about her. She's been doing a pretty great job in the industry as being not only a performer but a sex advocate. She actually won the Why Not Award for it as well. She has multiple business. She's doing her thing. She's a boss goddess. As I pin her, Chocolate Siren, the Miss Lyric Sky. What's going on, baby? How are you?
Oh my goodness. Thank you for having me.
No, thanks for being here.
Yes.
I see you representing with the erotic
Erotic
yeah.
Sky magazine, yeah.
Yes. Yes. So for those that don't know you, and you honestly, you're new to me. Well, how I found out about you from Super Level, my big bro. He shot you about a few years ago. If I'm correct, he shot you a few years ago, and he said, "Oh, Nay, you need to see this new girl." You know, and I was like, for real, because he says that a lot.
He said, no, you need to see this one. He said, because you will give me that. You be like, thumbs up on this. I was like, all right. So he sent me some pictures. I was like, okay, she's nice looking. But let me tell you something. So he told me that you was at the Urban X Awards on a yacht. And he said, you ain't see her there? I said, no, I did not. It was like, I said, no. I said, nobody said nothing to me. I said, no, I didn't see her. I said, I saw a whole bunch of beautiful women. I said, but I did not see her there. I said, no, she didn't come up and speak to me and said anything. I said, no, I didn't.
No, I was observing. I was a fly in the corner, but I was there because I get starstruck. So I was in awe, you know.
Oh, girl. No, but when I saw you for AVN, I knew I had to come over there and grab you and give you a hug because I was seeing some of the things you were doing. I love the magazine that you got out right there. I mean, that's beautiful. And as well as you got your own production company. So when I see that from you doing that, and you've only been in the industry for a few years, it's just like a deja vu for me. Because it's like when I came in, I kind of knew what I had to do, or wanted to do, you know, for my own branding. And I see that you're taking your brand and your name and you're doing it. Not many women do that, especially women of color do that. And I'm glad that you came in doing that.
Well, thank you for paving the way for me to be able to do that. Because that's what I came in wanting to do. And there was only a few women that I could look up to before that to even say, let me see what I might need to do first, you know.
Right. So let me ask you, so how long have you been in the industry?
4 years now. 4 years.
4 years. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So I know that my first questions will be the most common questions because a lot of people like, you know, who is this lyrics guy? You know, and I want them to know who you are on screen, and then I want them to know who you are off screen. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. All right. So, you know, for you've been in the industry for 4 years. How did you get here? What brought you to this path?
I did nothing growing up besides sports, little country girl. So once I, you know, went to school, did everything I was supposed to do, I'm like, there's got to be more to life. Like, this is boring. So I went to a strip club and danced a night, met people. And that same year ended up being a date 2018 at the Urban X Awards with someone. And so I kind of fumbled into the industry, honestly. I did. So people are like, what did you do? I was in the right place at the right time, met the right people, got told by Richard Mann to go home, and he gave me a list of things to do. If I was serious, he would call me in 6 weeks. Richard Mann, I didn't think was going to call me because it's Richard Mann. And he did. And then from there, I just kind of grew because he knew once I was like serious about doing my own stuff, I wasn't going to stop. So I latched on and traveled and did the content and met the people I needed to after that, kind of.
Okay, because you were nominated for quite a few things. Quite a few things. And you said just 2018. I mean, that's really good, especially around the time that when I came in, there was still, you know, DVDs and hardcore.
Yes.
Or, internet, you know, streaming, those things, OnlyFans, where really it's been a privilege that you are able to kind of take your branding and do it on your own. And then you spoke of Richard Mann.
Yes.
With him, like, okay, so now what did he tell you to do?
He told me.
What's the thing he told you? I want to know.
He told me to go set up my own website because that should be the first thing I do because it's my name. He told me to go set up a clips for sale, mini vids. There was like 3 or 4 platforms and OnlyFans at the time, but nobody was on it then, really. So I've had it once since then. And then I made it all my links and all those things I had to at least get started and have like 3 or 4 content on before he was like, okay, you did all this stuff. You did all this.
All right, Richard Mann. Okay.
No.
All right. I was wondering. Okay, Richard. All right, Richard Mann. Yeah. All right. I see you, baby.
Yeah. He snuck me in there that night. He was that was his night getting inducted into the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
And I got to meet so many people that I had just been watching and looked up to. I'm like, okay, well, he was like, well, why aren't you doing it? Well, I don't know. Let me figure it out.
Right. Right. So you're originally from Oklahoma, what I read in your bio.
Yes.
Is that where you reside now, or are you like on the West Coast, or where you at?
I am in San Antonio, Texas, so down south still. Yep.
Okay.
And I travel everywhere I need to be for anything, pretty much.
Okay. Well, shit, you should have came. No, I'm just kidding. Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. All right. So tell me about the Salacious production. I love the name.
Salacious Perceptions. She is my female camera woman, my female god of let's make it happen. Because I said 3 years ago, your photos are bomb. I put it on a t-shirt and sold it. So people are going to buy the video and photo in the future if we keep working at it. So we just bonded together. She shot, I would say 95% of my content. Honestly.
Oh, okay. So you in a partnership with another young lady.
Yes.
Okay. Well, hey, I like that. I like that. Oh wow. So let me ask you something. Has she ever been in the industry, or she's always been behind the scenes? She
is one of the only ones. She's only camera. That's all she does is slang lens, nothing else. Wow. So you're not going to catch her in front of it. She's only behind it. So I respect that. I didn't want to have to sleep with everybody or do this and this to get my content. I'm like, yo, we did photos. Where are they at? You gonna send those over or not?
Right.
I got tired of that the first, year and a half, 2 years. So once I was at an event and latched onto that, we met and ran with it. And then now we have a magazine together. So we've grown from that. But she does shoot 90% of my content for sure.
Nice. And it's some nice pictures. So, for some reason, I thought that was you just kind of, behind the camera doing your thing. I truly thought that. I mean, it's still something great to even team up with somebody and build a business. You know what I'm saying? Build a production company from that. Right there. But
no, she does her thing. I give her props. She shoots literally everything, anything that's adult work. So if you're thinking full scenes to all the photos in our magazine, which I do, I've shot some of the photos in our magazine too. But yeah.
Okay. So now your magazine come out quarterly, am I right?
Yes, it's quarterly.
Okay, so speak about that. Speak about the magazine and how can people get to it?
EroticSkyMagazine.com. But we started it because, I'm Black and tattooed and curvy and don't look like the average person that started my industry. So at that time, everyone told me, no, I didn't get to be on a cover or do this first or da-da-da. So I'm like, okay, well, we'll print it then. We'll figure it out. There's so many women that got told that. So why not give them that option also is how I felt.
Right. Okay, so let me do this because I do have a whole bunch of questions for you. I do.
Yeah.
And I have it on my little thing right here. I do.
Okay.
I do. I have some more questions. I do. So let me ask you, so you said you were a big fan of a lot of people and you said you just kind of fell into porn.
Yes.
So describe that very first scene. What was that very first scene for you, and how did you feel after you were done with it?
My very first scene, I would not recommend. I just dove head first into all of it. Okay, airtight. So I walked into a room and I'm like, wow, this is a lot of people. Didn't know what a closed set was. I'm thinking oh, they got fluffers and all this stuff. Y'all are just hanging out. It was a lot going on for my first scene. And
it was fluffers there?
There was so much going on I didn't know.
Wait, so let me tell you this. Because out of all the years that I've been on set, we ain't never had no dang on fluffer.
See, I've never had another one ever since my first scene.
No, I've never had a fluffer.
I learned. Okay, you learn, so that's why you grow.
Right. Wow. I thought that too. I thought when I go on set there was gonna be fluffers, because you watch what's the name of that one movie with
It's in so many movies they depict.
Yeah, that is a fluffer, and what's it called?
Okay.
Boogie Nights.
Boogie Nights. Right. I was looking for a fluffer. They was like, no, Nyomi. Even though the camera's out, we need you to continue to get him. I'm like, wait. I thought I was gonna have a stunt double to come in here. You understand? And fluff him up. There is no fluffer.
No,
you are the fluffer.
There's no fluffer. You are the fluffer. But my first scene, it was nobody knew who I was, but I was there shooting a gangbang, so it was a big deal. And I'm like, okay, well, if we're gonna do it, then we might as well just let's start and figure this out and go from there. So I really learned so much from that. No one knew that
so
I was
you
like,
came
I knew
in
nothing.
hardcore.
I knew nothing that day, literally walking into that room with Jonathan Jordan, Richard Van, like everyone that I worked with in that room is an award winner today, to be honest, for my first team. And I'm like, how did I do that? Is really what I think a lot of the time.
Wow. So what made you go to the Urban X Awards? I mean, I love that award show. That's one of my favorites. I watched it grow from the time that it was just a thought in their heads to now. But for you, like, I'm going to go to LA and I'm going to get on this boat and I'm going to go to the Urban X Awards.
Well, I was still trying to be like, figure out myself. If I'm a stripper, a cam model. If you wanted to do porn, people said I had to sign with the studio and go stay at a house and shoot, all kind of stuff. Like I started on sexy jobs for real. Like not knowing anything. So when someone that was taking photos was like, hey, I'm going to like a porn show. Do you want to be my date? I'm like, well, that sounds cool. Like, let me figure this out. So that year I got to go 2 years in a row when it was at the Globe Theater. So that's why I fell in love with the show. And then getting to go when it was on the boat, like the return of the Urban X, like that's where I feel like at home with my porn career for sure. Yeah. Because I'm like everyone that I watched and learned from, like, ooh, I want to be Monet Divine, Candace Vaughn, Naomi Banks, like all these women that I get to see. It was amazing getting to be part of that. So that's what inspired me. Yeah.
That's beautiful. That is so beautiful. All right, so let me say this because I know a lot of when you go into the porn industry, when you go into this different type of industry, you know, family members and friends and things around it, when they found out, or do they know? I mean, because it's only 4 years. How have their reaction been to you being in the industry?
So I'm from a little small town. So my family doesn't know. But most of my friends and like everybody that finds out, they don't really I was an ugly duckling, so they don't really treat me much different. They all want to talk to me now, which is great, I guess, but I don't pay them any mind. This is me and who I am now. So I kind of elevated and accepted and love life now, because everyone that was like in the past, no, they're not. It's very close-minded. All of that is.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, family don't know. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yep.
All right. Okay. So I see that you are an avid businesswoman. I see that you know you're doing a lot of different things. What is your ultimate goal for Lyric Sky?
For Lyric Sky, to create a legacy, to be on a stage of, I created content that was memorable and legendary that people won't forget or want to keep going back to watch, or that I am their favorite person to go watch. But my brand overall, the magazine Erotic Sky, building a platform that in the future elevates and turns into something that every woman wants to be a part of.
Okay. All right. So this is kind of like a piggyback on a well, sort of a little bit. All right. So I just remember getting into the industry. I remember I had this one question from somebody that asked me about are your morals questioned with being in this industry? So my question to you is, what do you say to people that say you don't have morals or self-love?
If I didn't love myself, I would not put this much time and energy into me. So that just point blank. My brand is my business, myself, and my sweat and my tears. So I wouldn't LLC myself if I didn't think I was going to be something.
I love that answer. All right, my next one is you are such an advocate. One thing is what I love is I love seeing a lot of the beautiful women that's in the industry as sex advocates. Yeah. And when I learned that from you, and that you actually won an award from that, I wanted to know what motivated you to become a sex advocate, a sex workers advocate, such early on in your career.
The nothing that I had before in life. So when I say like until I left home in college and went on and to find myself is who you are as a woman, it should be okay to want to do that, to not talk about sex, to not want to be an escort, to think that sex sex work is work, so it's okay to do that. I don't care if you want to be a stripper, if you want to be an escort, if you want to be a porn star, whatever level you think you're at. And I've touched literally every level of it, trying to figure out myself in those four. Like I went hard and fast to say, since I was like 18, okay, let's dabble in this or touch this or da-da-da. But it wasn't open and okay with it kind of thing. So where I'm from, it's a taboo. Sex shouldn't be a taboo at all.
No, it shouldn't. I totally agree. All right, so let me ask you this. Right now, there's been a lot of things that's been going on within the, I don't want to say within the industry, but just around it, especially now that more porn stars are created online or when they do like one or two scenes. And I'm going to ask you the question. Do
the
you
infamous
consider yourself
overnight
a porn star? Yeah. Do you consider yourself a porn star?
I do now because I won an award. And I said I never would until I did. I mean, I've looked up to people that y'all have worked for years and put time in scenes. And I'm proud to say that I get to release my 100th scene this week, you know, on my website personally. So those are things that you look at and there's milestones you hit. I've never called myself a porn star ever until literally October of last year because, okay, so cool. I did something. Y'all are seeing it. But no, I'm not gonna put myself anywhere until then. So yeah.
I love that. I love that answer. I mean, you can't say, look, I won an award, so I don't know what you're talking about. I hear you.
Award winning.
Right, it's award winning. I mean, and the thing is that when you hear, like even in mainstream, you hear multi-nominated, multi-award winner, you know, because they have so many different award shows and accolades from the Grammys, Emmys, you know, all of those things. And sometimes you don't even have to win. You just put that multi-nominated or nominated in front of your name. Yeah, it's forever. It's something that you accomplish, you know, in this industry. I remember hearing someone say, you really proud of that? Hell yeah. You understood on how many people that is in this industry and the work that I put in, not only physically, but mentally and emotionally in this. It's
so
not easy.
Someone told me the same thing because I was like, you know, someone was like, oh, it's not a big deal to be nominated or what. I'm like, you know, it is. So I do have a lot of nominations or something, but it is a big deal because our industry is huge. It's worldwide. And it is really cool to say, like, even if it's 30 people in a category, I'm in the top 30 of the million that are out here trying to do the same thing. Or, like, that's why I said a lot of women put themselves down on nominations if they didn't win. I'm like, but you were one of the ones that was nominated out of hundreds of thousands, millions of people that are trying to do the same thing. Yeah. And one day I want to say, like, oh, I could be in a Hall of Fame because, sheesh, that's slim.
Yeah, it is. It is. And, you know, I applaud you. I do. I applaud you because it's, for us, we were more in a controlled environment. Well, at least I was blessed to be on set on controlled environments, but I've heard some horror stories. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. But now there are so many people that are producers or porn producers. And I'm doing this like this because there's a lot of people just shoot content and stuff like that. And I'm not throwing any shade, not at all. Yeah. But it's so many of them that is doing it. You got some people that do it right. And then you got some people that's out there just kind of, you know,
just doing it. Just doing it. You
can't. That's one thing is that, right. What I like, that's why I had to ask you, I like about Richard Mann is because he said, look, do A, B, C, D. And that lets me know that you are serious about it. Yeah. One thing is I can tell you about Richard Mann is that from the very first time I met him, and when I first met him, he wasn't in that accolade of the, you know, but he worked very hard to get in that, you know what I'm saying? Like he had his own production company, like he was doing a lot of his own things to get there. So from the time that I first met him many years ago to now has been, you know,
strides of Richard.
Yes, it is. But not only for that, but then him to tell another beautiful young woman, look, do A, B, C, and D.
He did.
And then get at me. When you get all of that, then get at me. You know, you got a lot of producers and people like that don't say that.
No,
you understand what they don't.
They're not say that. They don't care. They're not going to take the time because most women aren't going to take the time. So it's a lot. right now to say you want to stay independent or do this, and this. That's great because we did all that work, and the photos that you got to see of me, it's amazing because I did get to work and shoot for Brazzers or get to be on mainstream stuff. So I'm blessed to put that time in and learn how to do it as well.
Right. So let me ask you this from from your experience working with independent, let's say independent with independent production in your own versus working with mainstream. How has that been for you, and have you learned anything from those two, and are they different?
Definitely different in their own ways. So I started doing like the shoot houses and all this, let's get content for independent. So that was different. But as far as evolving overall, what I started wanting to shoot with Salacious Perceptions and how we were shooting turned into actually more mainstream because we wanted quality. So when I got to go on set and do the mainstream thing, I felt very comfortable because besides like all the production going on, the multiple people, it was only a little bit different from what I had been doing myself for the quality of stuff I wanted to put out. Right.
So how soon you being in the industry, because you came in on the independent end, how soon were you shooting with mainstream like Bang Bros or
it literally last year, so three and a half years for real. 4 years.
Before they shot you?
Yeah, I took time to say I wanted to do me and not
okay.
Little old me was not seen until I took the time to elevate myself for sure.
Okay, so I got an ear full of you, like before you even.
Okay. I've been chirping and putting myself in the spaces I needed to be in for years to make sure I could set myself up for success.
Okay, all right. So I got a little fun question for you. Well, I think it's fun. When did you lose your virginity? How old were you when you lost your virginity?
Oh my God, I'm awful. So, what is 9th grade? I mean, it's not terrible. So somewhere in 9th grade, that's like 13, 14. Yeah. Definitely.
Was that memorable?
I shouldn't even tell you. I shouldn't even tell what it was. It's bad. It's bad. My mom was a principal, so it was like in the school gym. Yeah.
Wait, hold on. Let's go back. Wait, let's go back.
That sounds like a movie.
Wait, let's go back. Wait, so your mom was the principal of the school?
Yep. And it was my summer
in the bleachers.
Year.
It was, wait, what?
Yeah, because you know the football players work out during the summertime. So I was up there because my mom's the principal. We're always there. And so I started talking to one of the football boys, and it was like in between 2-a-days. So the gym was right there. It was like one of the wrestling mats. Like we wiped it off. No, it was bad.
Wait a minute, but Dog Pound Mike, what you say? What you say? That's a movie.
That's a movie, yeah. For real. Stop writing that script.
It's so bad.
That's a movie.
Yep.
All right, so this is what we're gonna do. We'll take a quick break and then we're gonna come back because I got a few more questions for you. And also we got some fans that got some questions for you too. All right.
Okay.
All right, it's your girl, the goddess Nyomi Banks here on Ask Nyomi Bridge the Gap podcast. I'm here with Dog Pound Mike Mac and the beautiful Miss Lyric Sky. We will be right back.
Hey, my sexy people, it's your girl, the goddess Nyomi Banks. And I finally did it. I've written my first book. Well, actually, it's a living journal. It's called Good Morning, My Sexy People, where I share my stories in different posts, but help a healing workbook for you. So it's 90 days to kick off your healing living journey. Pre-purchase now. Go to AskNyomi.com and hit shop. Listen.
Hey, we here at Ask Nyomi Bridge the Gap podcast. We'd like to thank you for coming out to our Ask Nyomi tour kickoff in Las Vegas,
Sexual
Nevada.
pilgrims, right? They're all coming into the industry, they are, they're tatted from head to toe. They're tatted from head to toe. And she just is like, just as cool as that. You know what I mean? And you see young girls, older girls.
And if you want the Ask Nyomi tour to come to your city, email us at info@asknyomi.com.
All right, it's your girl, the goddess Nyomi Banks here on Ask Nyomi Bridge the Gap podcast, where we talk about love, sex, relationship, cultural differences, and so much more. We have the beautiful Chocolate Siren, as I call her, Lyric Scott. What's going on, baby?
I'm having a great time.
Well, thank you again. Thank you for blessing us in the BTG crew over here. Tell her how you felt about it. That's some chocolate over here, huh? Mm-hmm. What you think about that, Dog Pound Mike?
That's all good. Maybe we'll go back to high school.
See, we're going to have to bleep that out. Oh. All right, so before the break, we had said that I had a few more questions for you, but what I want to do is I want to go to your fans. Your fans had a few questions for you. All right, so Mr. Lang Waters, he said, I've seen her in some BDSM pics. Will she be doing any BDSM videos in the future?
Oof. Of course, Mistress Sky is every Monday, or I try to make an appearance. So I give my fans Mistress Sky when I can. So there will be definitely more fetish to come. Yes.
Okay. Okay. And do you do that in your personal life?
Personally, I do a lot that I don't do on camera. So I do I'm more of a sub, but I'm a switch. So if you check me out anywhere, it depends on who I'm with. Depends on the person.
So you're a switch?
Yes.
Nice. Good to know that. Good to know that. Okay, good to know that. All right, so I want to piggyback on that when you say you do a lot off camera in your personal life that you don't do on camera. What are your no's on camera that you would not do on camera?
I don't do race play because I don't see the point. That's absolutely a no. Breeding, no. Nothing degrading. My whole entire, everything has just been sexy, classy, nasty, because you can still be classy and nasty. Mm-hmm. So I try to give them that. I mean, we're going to, listen, we started with airtight, so it's going to be, it's good. Mm-hmm. But definitely still classy.
Okay. We got another question from the gorgeous Fro. I hope I said her name right. She said, what were the steps? Yeah, there it is. What were her steps to become? What were your steps to becoming an amazing business owner and magazine owner that you would love to pass on the information to other entrepreneurs?
Just listen to yourself because everyone else will tell you their opinion or what they think or how you should do it. Take it, embrace it, your business, and do it your way. But also put yourself in the situation around other women that are business women as well. That's what I surround myself with all the time and daily to uplift myself and elevate.
Okay, I love that. So I'm gonna ask this question because you kind of spoke on it just a little bit. Spanish X Barbie 2.0 says, what does Lyric like to do for fun outside of the industry? And what keeps this gorgeous woman motivated to keep going? What's the bigger purpose?
For fun, I like food. I'm a foodie, so when I travel or if I'm home, I go to a happy hour and get whiskey and good food. That's my go-to. Yeah. But just as business to keep going, the women around me that actually support and the growing of everything, seeing the success and putting the time into my own brand because it is me. Lyric Sky is a business and a brand. So sky is the limit. I'm always going to keep going because if you're going to be a hoe, be your best hoe is how I feel.
Oh, I love that. Oh, be your best hoe. I love that. I love that. All right, so this is what we're going to do. We're going to open it up for fans on live to ask you a question. Are you ready for this?
Yeah.
I see we have Mr. Mask Man. How you doing, baby?
I'm doing all right. How you doing, Miss Naomi?
I'm doing good. I'm doing. Where you calling us from, or streaming us from, or whatever we want to call it?
Where? Shreveport, Louisiana.
All right, Louisiana. All right. All right. So you got a question for Miss Lyric?
No, I just wanted to say that I really appreciate what y'all ladies do and what y'all put out into the world. I feel like there's a lot of negative thoughts about porn and what that means, and I feel like to me, what you are good ass women putting something out there for the world for people who need that sort of thing. You're just good people doing good work, and you shouldn't be made to feel any type of way about that.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. I appreciate that. I don't know how long you've been on, but I had a guy that actually emailed me. He had wrote me about him and his wife having some problems being able to conceive, a baby. So he had to. Yeah, he had to do a drop. Yeah. And I told him, he said he couldn't do it with, I'm sorry, baby. He said he couldn't do it with the new stuff. He had to go back to the old school and get some old school love.
I go to the old school still, okay? So when I go to mine and I type it in, it's gonna pull up that Nyomi Banks, it's gonna pull up Lexington Steele, it's not, because I know all the new people. I don't want to watch y'all.
Yeah. See, you're one of my favorite, Miss Nyomi, and the woman you had on last week, Marie Love, she's one of my favorite. Like, she really pioneered that nasty style for a black girl, and I really like her and what she does. And I just want to see the people in your industry shine. I just want to see you do well. I want to see you have wonderful lives and good stuff. I want good for you. I feel so crazy that people will watch your videos, watch what you do, and then be like, "Oh, I want to see him down bad."
Yeah.
That doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. It's amazing how they will belittle you as much as when you're doing the porn thing, and they'll talk bad. But once you start to cross over and do something different that is not of that, then they still want to talk bad about you. So it's like you're damned if you do, it's damned if you don't. So it's like you got to live your best life. You got to do what's best for you or what you doing. And that's one reason why I created Ask Nyomi Bridging the Gap, because I wanted to give us a platform to where they can see us as human beings. You understand what I'm saying? That we all are somebody. Like this young woman right here, she came in on business from the jump. And honestly, there are so many other people that was on their business. We had people that were doctors, lawyers that worked for, Lex was, up there at Wall Street, doing their thing. You got nurses, you got all of those things that's coming in because they first of all, for me, I learned more about my sexuality when I got into the industry, and I got into the industry when I was 30 years old. You know what I'm saying? And I learned so much more about myself, not only sexually, but also emotionally and spiritually, period, from there. But I thank you, Mr. Marksman. I thank you for showing love.
Yeah, just showing love. I'm gonna check out your channel every. Do you do this every week or you do it twice a week? Because I tried to catch you last week, but you didn't have a show on.
Yeah, we had some technical difficulties, but we're live every Thursday. We're live every Thursday here for the taping, and then I stream it on podcast every other week. But March is our anniversary week, so I'm telling you, you don't want to miss no Thursday that time because we got some folks coming on. I got guests every week in March. Actually, for the next 3 months, I'm booked up.
And Miss Lyric, I haven't heard of you before. Before Nyomi brought you on, so I'm gonna check. I was looking. I'm trying to make sure I can check out some of your videos. I don't have a lot of money, but I'm gonna try to subscribe to your personal website. I just found that.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Support me anyway. Google me and X videos.
So don't be in a rush. I'm gonna get to your money eventually. There's another young lady who. See if you can interview her for me, Miss Nyomi. A lady by the name of Amani Seduction. Have you heard of her?
Seduction? No, I haven't.
Yes. I have a video out with Amani, so go see it on my website.
Wait, is she the one that does the feet? Does she do a lot of feet work? Is that her?
Yes.
Okay, I think I know of her. Yeah.
I don't want to tell you how to do your show. I don't want to tell you how to do your show. You doing? I got a YouTube channel as well. Mine ain't as popping as yours, but
I appreciate that. I appreciate that, but we're gonna have to let you go. But again, thank you for showing us love. Really,
nothing but love.
All right, thank you, baby. All right, guys, it's your girl D Goddess Nyomi Banks here on the Ask Nyomi Bridging the Gap podcast. Look to see that. Look, guys, we are live on Twitter, we live on Facebook, and we are live at AskNyomi.com as well as YouTube. Right now, we live. So if you guys want to talk to Miss Lyric Scott, got any questions for her, come on in. The link is right there down there. Who we got? Dog Pound Mike.
We got Dreads Way. Here we go.
Okay.
All right, how you doing, Mr. Dressway? Didn't I meet you at ABN too?
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. I had the pleasure of meeting you. Yes, I did.
Yes.
So I just want to give some flowers to this beautiful woman. She's an amazing individual in this industry. I've learned so much. I'm really, really new inside this industry, and she's been an open book. She's given me a lot of information. I'm just really, really appreciative, and continue doing what you're doing, Lyric. You're an amazing person. It's great.
Oh,
Thank you.
Do I see some love connection going on here? Well, I'm just jumping in there too, but if I say you being nosy, Naomi, am I being nosy, y'all? Am I being nosy?
You in the business.
I'm in the business. I'm always in somebody's business, but am I in the business, Dre? Is that what that is? Baby, I love it. If it is, I love it.
Love is
He came with the flowers.
He came in with the flowers, baby. I'm loving it. No, but seriously, so are you a performer as well?
Yes.
You are, okay. And how long have you been in the industry?
About 6 months now.
Oh, so you're real new booty.
Yeah, I'm a new booty.
You a new booty. Okay.
Yeah. I started. I didn't understand the professional side of this industry until I came across this team.
Okay.
Team DT. They showed me so much. Just the professionalism in it. At first, the people I was coming across just was kind of messy. It wasn't really no structure into really trying to become a creator. And I wasn't getting the information needed to be successful until I came across them. I really appreciate it.
Okay. Well, where are you originally from, baby?
I'm out of California, but I live in Arizona right
now. Okay. Well, you get some more stuff. I would love to have you on in the future when you doing a whole lot.
Yeah.
You got a nice look. I saw you in person. I saw your whole little frame and body. Just with clothes on, though. I didn't see him naked, y'all. I saw him with the clothes on. Nice looking guy.
He look good naked too. Go check him out.
Okay. Okay.
You do.
Okay.
Thanks for having me on.
No, thanks for coming. Thanks for coming on. All right, guys, it's your girl, the Goddess Naomi Banks, here once again on Ask Nyomi Bridging the Gap podcast. We have Miss Lyric Sky here. All right, so look, I want to do this. I want to play a game. The thing is that we officially on for 1 year. So we celebrating our 1 year anniversary.
Congratulations.
In March. Yes. So I'm doing a whole revamp. I'm doing a whole new studio. So it'll be a whole new studio space. I'm rebranding the website. I'm doing everything, kind of new. And I want to kind of create this. I did it on my chocolate radio show. And I wanted to do this on as well. It's kind of, play a little game. So I got my little card here. You want to play along with me?
Okay.
All right, so this is more of a tease like. So what I want you to do is I want you to explain in detail exactly how you like to be touched to bring you to a mind-blowing orgasm. But say it without saying the words. So saying the nasty words. Don't say the nasty words. And see if you can turn somebody on.
Okay, is caress a nasty word? Can we use that? Okay, so caress and subtle kisses on the neck, work your way down, kisses here, touches on the shoulder. We'll definitely work your way down to the nipples. Soft kisses around all the way, touches down the leg, moist and wet in between the legs. You gotta touch every area, all of it.
Now I want to see, was anybody getting hot? Where you at, Dog Pound? Dog Pound might quiet over there. Like, get your hand off of there. What are you doing?
I gotta go give me a towel. Shit ain't no nasty word. Shit. I was going at caress.
All right, baby. So let me ask you this. So I got a few more questions for you.
Okay.
What was your most memorable scene thus far?
That's tough. So I really do have two, because one's a gangbang, so that's like a good one. But I got to do like a whole script and like do the whole thing, picking a bodyguard, and like playing a role. So that was fun to get to shoot that. But then definitely getting to shoot with Brazzers because I had to play a role where I didn't talk like the whole time. Yes. Like I had to silently just use my face because I was like sneaking around. So that was hard. It was. Because I'm like, how do you shoot this without making any noise?
Right. So your ideal scene, you can use present, past, celebrities, whatever. What is your dream scene? Like your ideal scene, like this would be like, ugh.
Okay, so I have thought about it. It's like a dream. You put everybody on like a little island because I like water. And then you have me. You have all the old heads like Lexington Steele. Then you got like Mr. Marcus. We gonna have Naomi Banks. Then we got Monet Divine and me. And I got Jason Love because he's new. So we watching y'all and like everybody's doing.
That's a hot ass scene right there.
Yeah, like we all doing like our little. It's like a decades kind of fuck. Like we get to watch and learn, but everybody's watching us in like our own little island bubble.
Where we book the tickets at?
Yeah, like I just wanted to be like a getaway to watch the getaway.
Right.
I do.
All right. Then my last question for you. Lyric Sky. Lyric Sky. What's your definition of Lyric Sky?
Oh, CEO, boss, bitch. That will always be that way. That's going to be my legacy that people will know.
I love it. I like it. I like it. I like it. So let me, I got one more question. I'm okay.
Yeah.
I'm a very spiritual person. For you, what is, and when I used to, on my way to set, I used to pray in my car every day to just keep me, protected and grounded. What do you do to prepare you for shooting a scene? Because you have to go somewhere mentally and emotionally to get there. Yeah. Do you do anything? And what do you do to get prepared to be in those rooms with those different people?
People are gonna think this is weird. I always channel my dad because I have him with me. But I learned business from him because I'm here for a higher purpose. Born in what we do is not who I am. So I always tell myself that. I don't care who I meet. I'm an antisocial person. So everyone I meet makes me nervous. So I build myself up to boost myself to that level always because it's the level and where you put yourself and how you carry yourself.
Yeah.
So that's what I tell myself every time I go into a room.
Okay. I love that. I love that.
It's nice.
I love that. So what I want you to do is I want you to tell folks where they can come see you, where they can know who you are. Just like Baby Boy said, Mr. Mark said, so come follow my Instagram, my OnlyFans. If you ain't got no money right now, come over here on Instagram and come see what I'm doing, or your Twitter. Let it go, baby.
On Twitter, Lyric Sky XX. Instagram is Lyric Sky Official. But you can always, and it will always be there, lyricskyxx.com. That's where you can find me, see wherever, what you need, all my content. And Google me now, because I can say that, Lyric Sky. It pulls me up. So go on and do it, because you're not going to click a link that's not going to pay me, okay?
Right. Girl, how many times do you Google yourself a day?
So I do it like once a week to make sure I'm staying relevant. You got it's a new age thing. I'm a numbers person. I look at stats all my analytics I look at on every site.
So there you go. That's what I'm talking about. That is, oh my God. All right, Miss Lyric Sky. Again, thank you so much for blessing us. Again, I would love to have you on when the studio will be done in less than 2 weeks. So once that's done, I would love to get you in the building.
That would be a dream. Yes.
Yeah.
This is fun. Thank you.
You're welcome. Again, tell them where they can get the magazine at, because the magazine is coming out soon.
Yes, March. It'll be out the first week of March. So eroticskyMagazine.com. Make sure you go there. Follow us, Erotic Sky Mag, on Twitter and Instagram. But we're booming it. We're streaming it. We got all the hottest ladies each quarter. So, and sexperts dropping knowledge as well.
Well, thank you. All right, my BTG crew. I know I didn't get over there and see you today. I'm so sorry, but I love you all. I really, really do, that you're coming out and showing love. And you guys have been just the best right here. Again, Lyric, thank you, love. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. You know what, my people out there, you know, as I always say, be good to one another in yourselves and always keep it sexy. Remember to like, subscribe, share, do all of those good things. And I will see y'all next week. Keep it sexy.
Hey, it's the goddess Naomi Banks, and I hope you enjoyed that last episode of Ask Naomi Bridging the Gap. And if you did, please like, subscribe, press that notification button, as well as comment. I'll see you next week. Keep it sexy.
Ask Naomi Bridging the Gap. This is where we talk about love, sex, relationships, cultural differences, and so much more.